Alright, today we are going to be embracing Modern for what it truly is, my children. Kicking off the morning with some Ad Nauseam combo, and then we're going to play some Grishelbrand afterwards. And if we feel like going into a third deck, I think Elves is on the list after that, so just like quality, run people down Modern decks. Nothing to see here. Morning, Ian. This Ian's great. It's like really good, actually. Just, these are two combo pieces. These are ramp. This is a cantrip to find other stuff, I guess. I guess I'll take a land. Christy actually left the house at 5 a.m. this morning to do shopping. I was just like, that's great. I'm gonna sleep. Yeah, probably. Sarkhan's really good in Standard. Infect, what a tilt. This matchup's like impossible for this deck. So, if we get another turn, they're dead next turn. If. Is there a possible turn 1 combo for this deck? No, this deck combo's on turn 3 at the earliest. So actually, if we would have drawn Angel's Grace there, we could have gone Spirit Guide, Angel's Grace, Ad Nauseam, but turn 3 is your fastest with this deck. Does this deck have tools to beat Infect? I don't think we do, right? Onward, upward, backward, forward, chat. To the next match. Do, 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 do. Yeah, basically never play against Infect. Load up Ad Nauseam, immediately hit the unwinnable matchup. Oh, Modern. I feel like that summarizes Modern in a nutshell, like, quite perfectly. Just like this deck that you basically never play against. Load up this deck that has an unwinnable matchup against it. Immediately queue into the deck you never play against. Just good beats all around. This hand's really good. Double Lotus Bloom, Pentad Prism, Peer Through Depths to help us dig for an Angel's Grace. Harry's did do a good job. New land speed league record. Maybe. This deck makes for pretty quick matches overall. Why do we have the pushes then? The pushes are for humans. One push doesn't beat Infect. Looking for Angel's Graces and Phyrexian Unlives here. In. I don't know what's more jarring, the lack of beard or Moto after watching Arena. That's a tough call, really. Oh, man, is this just like the Goulet of unwinnable matchups? I'm going to play this one out, but Grixis Shadow is like pretty rancid for this deck, too. Oh, it's not Shadow. Thank God. Thank God. Nah, I don't feel bad. That's what your deck does. It punishes big mopey decks like this one. The deck list is still standard. I totally forgot to update it, you're right. Alright, deck list should be good to go. Am I a coffee guy? I am not. Man, look how incredibly unfair this turn 2 Arclight Phoenix is. It would just be a darn shame if something were to happen to my opponent. So we'll cast Unlife next turn. Assuming they don't have like Spell Pierce or Mana Leak, we'll be in a good place here. Perfect. Now we beat Spell Pierce. Yeah, I look like Child Hoagland. It's not a good scene, chat. It's not a good scene. Good. Look at our opponent just like flailing around on the other side of the table, hoping to do stuff, getting ready to die. Man, look at this incredibly powerful young Pyromancer card. Just like making this elemental token. I don't know how we're gonna be able to best this. You have to just figure out some kind of way. I avoided Arena for a long time because I really like the standard format. Because your videos, I decided to give it a shot. And I've really been enjoying the format and Arena. Now going back to MTGO is like seeing your family for the holidays to remembering why you stopped calling them in the first place. Oh, it's funny because it's sad. This is how we draw our deck, draw our deck, draw our deck. This is how we draw our deck so early in the morning. So if people that haven't seen Ad Nauseam before, Phyrexian Unlife or Angel's Grace along with Ad Nauseam lets us draw our entire deck. We then pitch 3 Simian Spirit Guides to cast the card Lightning Storm, which then lets us deal a large amount of damage to our opponent by discarding land cards from our hand. They probably have counterspells of some sort in their deck, so I guess I'll bring in this Boseiju. Don't need the Slaughter Pact. They don't have creatures that disrupt us. Hey, Alp. Thanks for the Twitch Prime support. Welcome. I don't know that I really want to do anything else here. I don't think this is a matchup where I bring in removal or sweepers. I'm pretty sure I just race them. Their clock's kind of embarrassing, especially in the face of like Phyrexian Unlife and Angel's Grace. I don't think this is a silence matchup. I don't know how many counterspells I expect out of them. Feel like I just like the Pact of Negation and the Boseiju is fine. Silence like definitely comes up for like the super counterspell heavy matchups, but the opponent like has enough of a clock that I don't think I want to fumble around with that. You know, Matt, if you had an Android phone, you'd be able to Twitch Prime from mobile. Just saying. I finally committed to Prime. It feels weird. I don't know how people live without 2-day shipping. Do people like still go to stores? That's so weird to me. Kristen and I are always like, oh, we need this thing. Let's just like order on Amazon before we forget we need it later. Waiting to go to a store. What year is it? Nice. You're gonna get 1 day to same day. That's nice. Yep. That's even better. God, I feel I'm like some kind of plebeian out here in the cornfields waiting 2 entire days. Just the worst. Alright, so I don't really need another Lotus Bloom. I kind of want more lands at some point, but definitely just want to like max dig to Ad Nauseam ASAP. I just told you, Matt, so you can Twitch Prime sub for mobile. Oh, Marty. He just had to go get his computer. He was going to do it. He was going to do it. Thank you, Marty. 297 sub-gifts. I really hope they give us... Wow! Remember when I made fun of their clock? I think my opponent took it as a personal offense because I was making fun of their clock. I didn't mean it, opponent. Your clock is big and beautiful. I'm gonna bottom that. I'm gonna top that. Those are birds. Maybe I was supposed to bottom that because I have this peer through depths next turn. So I'm taking 6 down to 8. I'm taking 6 down to 2. If they don't put another threat into play here, I could potentially kill them on 4. Did you know that TCG players like discounted prices or like the same price as like what you'd get at Cardsphere? Check out Cardsphere. They're great. They tweeted a picture that had like details of like what the differences were, and it was just like, wow, it's just like the prices everybody pays every day over there, huh? So, do I want to peer through depths? I probably want to peer through depths, right? Because I have this coming in next turn anyways, so that means I'm going to have 6 mana, which lets me combo if I find Ad Nauseam, so let's just do it. If they have a lightning bolt, we're going to die. Does their deck even have counterspells? I have to imagine their deck has counterspells out of the sideboard. Alright, now I have to draw Ad Nauseam naturally. Believe I'm dead. Yeah, we're dead. Onward, upward, backward, forward. Run it back. Take it back now, y'all. Do 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 do. You almost never buy cards online. What year is it? People shop in person? I don't understand. You people like leaving the house way more than I do. I think this is a keep. I think you have a hard time mulliganing anything that has Lotus Bloom in it. See, the Ad Nauseam is one of those decks that create dry games of Magic. I call those modern decks. Modern decks tend to create dry games of Magic. Perfect. Now we're just looking for a... Ad Nauseam's the harder one to find because there's only 4 copies of Ad Nauseam in our deck. Now we just need to find Angel's Grace or Unlife. You're missing the fact that my lands were blue-black temple, basic island. That's what you were. That's what you were missing. Oh no! They showed me their TTs. I'm 1 mana short of going off here, right? I only have 5. What a tilt. Yeah, we have Bloom on suspend. And we actually beat Spell Pierce next turn. because we're going to have Bloom come in. So we'll have 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. Actually beat double Spell Pierce. Did I say 10? I meant 9. I have 9 mana. I'm going to have 6 plus 3. Counting stuff, chat. It's before 9 a.m. I get a pass on counting. The Lotus Bloom's coming in next turn. We suspended it on 1, so it comes in on 4. What an incredibly good use of your mana. I guess they could have Dispel this turn, right? So we'd like to draw Pact of Negation. Dispel could be real. We have plenty of mana, so I'm gonna go ahead and Sleight of Hand looking for Pact of Negation. No, you're incredibly likely to die. Hey, USCG, thank you for the biddies. I appreciate that. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday. We did our thing and they had their thing. Oh no. Oh no. Pesky interaction. Why can't you just ignore me while I ignore you? What's going on, Betty-in? Good morning. Eat your leftovers. What's going on? Deck Uno. Thanks for the 3 months. I appreciate the quarter of a year. Can I still hear kids? Yeah, yesterday and today are holidays in the United States, so the kids are upstairs with Christy right now. They are stomping around. There's a closed door and a floor in between us, but my office doesn't have soundproofing or anything like that here. That's something that's going to change at the new house. The new house, we're going to have 3 floors. I'm going to have a soundproof office at some point. Good news is that this Phyrexian Unlife is basically a time walk in matchups like this, so we get to slide that right into play next turn and then have some time to draw Ad Nauseam. Have I decided where I want to live yet? No, we haven't. We have a house we're taking a second look at tomorrow. That may or may not be the case. I don't know. The owner's been jerking us around when we put in an offer, so I'm not sure that we're gonna go back and accept what he put back to us. What does my wife do? My wife is a business analyst for an insurance company. And it takes a while. Like, it takes like 45 days to close on a house. And then even after you do that, there's like little details, inspections and stuff that you have to do. Yes, this is time walk. It buys us 1 turn. And I have Windows 10 all over my hands. How do I wash it off? Yeah, the opponent's playing a blue-red Phoenix deck, it looks like. I'm gonna tweet that one. That's fantastic. That's a great one, the Great Revel. I'm gonna tweet that with a picture from yesterday. This is only putting us to 15, which means these... I guess this means if they have another burn spell next turn, we die. I'm hyped about the ban and restricted announcement on Monday. I mean, is Stoneforge Mystic in Ultimate Masters? I guess they reprinted Delve cards, right? So, like, that could be a thing. Oh, they have the bird. Okay, so we need to draw Ad Nauseam, like, right now. Oh, I could have done that on my turn and then scryed with this land. What a tilt. Is the next card Ad Nauseam? No. Whew. Didn't matter. No, don't get used to the beardless face. It's gonna come back. What do we owe one against? Infect. Just sometimes you get moderned. I mean, to be fair, like, this is one of those decks where, like, you're kind of an idiot if you, like, complain about getting modern when you play this deck, because, like, all this deck is trying to do is, like, ignore people and then kill them, right? So, like, this is, you know, you can't really play, like Ad Nauseam, Infect, Tron, Storm. Like, you're really not allowed to complain about anything that happens to you because, like, you're doing the same thing to everybody else. Dredge. Like, these are... There's a laundry list of decks that are just like, well, let's ignore them and then try and kill them. What's our record right now? We are 0-2. We lost to Infect and we lost to a Tempo deck. Both pretty bad matchups. That's why I play the interactive deck, so I can at least complain when I lose. God bless. God bless us, everyone. Mono Blue Tron? I have no idea. Probably some kind of brew. We're in the O2 bracket. KCI maybe? Do you know why that Phoenix player is playing Sleight of Hand in their deck? Yeah, it looks like KCI. They're probably playing Sleight of Hand because there aren't really playable cantrips in Modern. We've restricted most of them. The only playable cantrips in Modern are Faithless Looting and Ancient Stirrings. All the other good ones are banned. I agree with you. Dark Depths combo is not too good for Modern. Most of the format is just this degenerate cluster anyways, so whatever. Let's add making a 2020 to the mix. YOLO. Let's put Seething Song back in the format while we're at it too. Man, this league's just been like the pinnacle of Moderning. Just like Infect, KCI. I guess the Phoenix deck is sweet. Dark Depths is more interactable than a lot of combos in Modern. I disagree with you. It is incredibly difficult to interact with lands in Modern. It's the reason why Tron is so offensive. Zaka, have you tried out any of the Arclight Phoenix decks in Modern? We've played the mono red Steamkin Phoenix deck a little bit, but we've not played the blue-red one yet. It's in the queue. We're going to get to it sometime soon. We're pretty close to 03. Thank you for the 7 months, Zaka. Someone asked, would Ponder or Preordained be too good? No. But here's the thing so many Magic players miss. And this is why so many of them are miserable when they play Modern. There are more reasons than just power level to ban a card in a Magic format. It is acceptable to ban a Magic card because it creates a miserable game of Magic the Gathering. And cards like Punishing Fire and absurd consistency from cards like Ponder and Preordain make decks that, even though they're not more degenerate than Gristlebrand, they just make for an unenjoyable format. They make for things that most players aren't going to like doing. All right, play a Wellspring or something so I can concede. Second Trawler. All right, I don't know if we're guaranteed dead at this point, but we're dead enough that I'm going to move along. Rats! They killed us on turn. They killed us on their turn 3, on their turn 4 before we could kill them on our turn 4. We're so incredibly unlucky, chat. Do I actually have 0 cards for this matchup? I guess I have 2 copies of Silence. Let's bring in 2 copies of Silence. And a little bit of Prayer. Pray for me, chat. Did they reprint Dark Depths in Ultimate Masters? Is that why we're talking about Dark Depths? Did they reprint it? They did. Okay. Okay. I am so incredibly excited. If they unban Dark Depths, just like all bets are off the table. Just like, give me Splinter Twins, give me Stoneforges. Please, please tell me. Please tell me why these cards are too good if they put Dark Depths back in the format. Along with Thespian Stage and Life from the Lobe. Cash it in, Wizards. Take that money to the bank. Cash money. Man, I hope they cash that check. I hope the unban announcement is just like, Dark Depths is unbanned. It's just a picture of 2 giant middle fingers. Just like, get out of here, modern format. Snacky Snack, you did it. The beard is gone. What's going on? Thanks for the half a year. Welcome back. Modern deserves Dark Depths. I agree. I agree. Modern deserves Dark Depths. That is an apt descriptor. Oh, no. Oh, no. Why do people keep interacting with us, chat? Wouldn't Stoneforge Mystic go right into humans? Nope. Anybody that can do simple amounts of arithmetic would understand why Stoneforge Mystic would not go inside of humans. Count the white sources as a hint. There's a lot of cards that aren't in Modern yet that they are printing in UMA. Don't get too used to this. The facial hair is gonna grow back. Any thoughts on Hallowed Phoenix in Modern? It's another linear, degenerate deck that puts a lot of things into play really quickly. It's probably fine. It ticks most of the boxes you want to tick in Modern, which are ignoring your opponent and killing them fast. Yeah, but they said they're taking a break for a while, which is smart on their part. Like, they finally printed, basically, they finally printed almost all the cards people wanted reprinted, and then, like, charged $15 a booster pack for it, or $30 a booster pack, or whatever it is. So, it's smart on their part. Just, like, finally give people what they want, but then charge them through the nose for it. Short stream today. Maybe. I'm not sure yet is the answer. Depends on what our viewer count looks like. We have an okay amount of people. I might go a little bit longer. My mother-in-law is coming down to visit later today, but I'm not sure when exactly she's getting here. A Unix developer in Windows, hell. Combo next turn. Yeah, ideally I'd like to hit an untapped land so I can silence before we combo. Oh, we're dead? Are we dead? Do I silence now? I think I silence now, right? The problem with silencing here is that I can't combo next turn now. I only have 5 mana, so I need to draw an untapped land or Spirit Guide. My turn. This is a really long game of Modern. We made it till turn 5. Temple of Tilt, Temple of Tilt. Am I dead yet? So that league was a fantastic example of why Ad Nauseam isn't very good in Modern and why it doesn't see a lot of play. This deck isn't particularly interactive and isn't particularly fast, which means the decks that are faster than it kill you and the decks that are a little bit interactive break you up and don't give you time to reassemble.